I've done what I can. He has no life-threatening injuries, so he just needs a few days of rest before he'll be able to get out of bed. That's good to hear. Let me know when he wants to speak to us again. I guess there's not much else for us to do here. Sir, General Leander got word that you're at the castle. He demands to see you at the meeting hall right away. Uh-oh. You want to run while you still can, Jovian? As much as I'd like to, he already knows that we're here. We can't just walk away. You missed out on an A there, bro. I'll take responsibility. It was my idea in the first place. It won't be that simple. I'm the general here, after all. I can't just hide behind you. I don't think it matters. He'll be mad at all three of us. Yeah, probably. Thanks, Angel. That's so uplifting. Let's face it, we have no choice. I'll explain why we left. That's all we can do. The hard part will be getting permission to continue our journey, but it's our own fault for running away. We'll just have to deal with it. Yeah, you're right. Let's just head for the meeting hall and get it over with. But I'm not looking forward to his reaction. Yeah, well. So, now that we have this awesome item, we can basically come here anytime we want, which is going to make traveling so much easier. Oh man, I've been waiting for this. Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, so it's just... what are you doing? It's kind of strange. We suddenly have to fight alongside some Zelmonians. I don't know. Can we really trust them not to sell us out to the State Union? Dude, that's not gonna happen. Okay, yeah. Hey, good you showed up. I want to try something to train our men and work out new strategies. We can reenact battles you fought. I've got experience with it. It'll be just like the real thing. As long as you have the battle plans, we can try any battle you want, even ones that never happened in reality, like what-if scenarios. Here, take these to start with. So we get battle plan 6. 14. If you find any more plans, come to me and you can try even more battles. You come here for battle simulations? If you find any more plans, come to me and you can try out even more battles. Yeah, so that's basically what the battle plans are for. You can do like battle simulations of major battles we've already done or even unique ones, so that's kind of interesting. I don't know if you get anything for it, but you know, they're there, so it's something, I suppose. A good leader's essential. A good leader makes his soldiers believe they're fighting for something greater than themselves. Yeah, I haven't really looked around in a while. I'm sure there's lots of new characters around. Okay. So we can kind of look around. There are some characters we haven't recruited yet that we can, but we'll get to that. We need to head to the meeting hall, first of all. You'd better not make me regret my decision. I'd never forgive you or myself if anything happened to Hyland. Oh, don't worry. Hyland will be fine. Daniel, there's something I want to speak to you about. This man who calls himself Jan Angua, who is he? That's a good question. I don't think anybody knows. I don't know a lot about him myself. Why are you asking? Did you know that the Jan Angua are an order of scholars in the kingdom of Vesuria, our northern neighbor? Is that right? There's not a lot I know about them, but those robes he wears are definitely what all of the Jan Angua wear. So who is that man? Is he one of them? Why does he call himself Jan Angua? All good questions. You could ask him, but I have a feeling you won't get any answers. What do you think? Is he a real member of the Jan Angua or not? He's clearly not an ethnic Asuryan, and he looks far too young to be one, but I don't know why he would pretend to be one either. Strange. He never claimed to be one of the Jan Angua either. He just said to call him that. I'm sorry, I can't be of more help. Thank you for telling me anyway. I might go check with him sometime, but it's probably going to be futile. Probably. He's not exactly up for sharing information about anything. So, I don't know, man. Practice is essential. I must fight regularly, whether it's out in the field or here in training. That's nice. Okay. Bow, 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 bow. Hey, it's Orlando. Huh? What do you want? I'm just passing through here. Okay. So it looks like he doesn't really get his own room. He's just in a hallway. So that's something. Hey, it's Deuce. I'm certain that Orlando will someday be able to forgive me. Until that time, I will not force or provoke him. There you go. That's kind of the key when you've done something to somebody and, you know, you just can't force it. You just gotta let time pass and see what happens, you know? These plants are healthy, but they must be treated with more respect. So now you're all about the plants, huh? What do we got up here? Oh, we're just here again. Okay, well, just checking things out. Seeing where people are, you know, because I haven't really been doing that. I've just been kind of in my own little world. So it's kind of interesting seeing where people end up. Much like in the Suikoden games. What are you doing out here? Being here at this castle, I realize how used I'd become to being on my own most of the time. It's a whole different world out here. Yeah, it is. No, no. I have high expectations of you, young man. I hope you won't disappoint me. I'll try not to. Dum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Do we have a librarian? I don't think we do. We still don't have one. We need a freaking librarian. Well, where's Amelia when you need her? Where's freaking Hugo? Or Ike? Where are these people? This is the perfect stage for my art. Ah, with my poetry I will change the world. Nausea. I hope I can return home one day to live with the other spirits like before. Yeah, I did a little research on Nausea. Apparently she joins along with Richard, which I really wasn't aware of that. But yeah, so if you're curious, that's how that is. Okay, let's just go to the meeting hall. See what's going on. We haven't seen you in a while. Like, for most of the game. General Knight, Colonel Vineyard. Killer stash, bro. I am so angry. I don't even know where to start. Imagine my surprise when I heard you simply walked away in the middle of a war. I think it's time for a spanking. What is wrong with you? Do you have no sense of discipline? What could have possibly possessed you to think that was a good idea? What do you have to say to that? Haha, I'm glad to see you again too, you grumpy old bastard. Knight! What did you say? This is not a joke, Knight. Please. What are you doing here? You should be resting. There's no time for that. I'm okay. Thank you very much for bringing me here, sir. I have important news for General Leander, and for all of you, really. Okay. This had better be really important. It is. It's very important, and it's very bad. Oh, yeah? Well, speak up. What is it, then? Well, the king is dead. What? The king is dead? What do you mean? How is that possible? I even spoke to His Majesty right before I left the capital. I don't mean by illness or anything. He was at the capital. It's all over. Everything. Over? You don't mean... Frederick IV. What's going on out there? What is all that clamor? We are looking into it, Your Majesty. Please remain calm. There is nothing to be concerned about. Hey, it's Ash. Ah, what a nice palace this is. It'll make a splendid new home for me and my men. Who are you? Oh? I'm supposed to introduce myself to a complete non-entity such as you? Well, if you insist. I am General Ash of the Almenga Imperial Army, our new Kierguard division, to be precise. Almenga? How? How is that possible? Oh, let's just say I had some help on my way. It's been a very pleasant trip. But enough talk. I'd love to stay longer, but I have a lot of work to do. You understand. Kill him. Kill him. Kill his wife. Kill his sons and his daughters, his brothers and sisters, his aunts and uncles. Kill everyone who is part of the royal bloodline. I want this whole palace drenched in blood. The whole foundation of Kierguard must be destroyed to the very last man. No. Please. We have to wrap things up quickly here. The rest of the continent is waiting for us. Haha. The fun has only just begun. Knew that guy was bad news. That's impossible. Exactly, it's impossible. Even if Almenga attacked in full force, there's no way St. Reinhard could have fallen so quickly. Well, we didn't know for sure, but we think it's General Leonius' fault. Leonius? Why? Did he mess up? That's the thing. It seemed he hardly did anything at all. Our defense was a mess, and the gates were left wide open during the attack. I'm not sure if the general was even at the capital when it happened. I should have known. He's so worthless. He probably thought there was nothing to worry about. Your Majesty, what have we done? Eander, we have no time to lose. If we want to prevent a catastrophe, we must act fast. Even if they captured the capital at lightning speed, that doesn't mean the entire country is lost. We have to move into southern Kierguard and fortify our defenses before it's too late. Yes, you're right. We can still save the country. I'm afraid that's not possible either. Around the same time the capital fell, the mountain tribes under Piraeus invaded the south. I could barely make it out of the port in time. Piraeus? The mountain warlord? Who is this guy? I thought those tribes were no match for the Kierguard army, even in a state like this. They never used to be, but Piraeus brought most of the warring tribes under his control. He tried to attack the Kierguard 4 years ago, and scored several victories before he was repelled. I wonder what's going on, though. Is Piraeus working together with Almenga, or is he taking advantage of the situation? It doesn't make a difference either way. They're dangerous people. We shouldn't do anything without careful planning. But with the king and all heirs to the throne dead, and both the north and south of the country under enemy control, that means... yeah, the country we know as Kierguard no longer exists. We're all that's left. I can't believe it. How did this happen? We have to think carefully about what to do. This is no longer a war to our advantage. Any misstep could mean the end of us all. We're with our backs to the wall. Wow, this is really interesting now. I really didn't expect things to go this way. Daniel. Hey, Juiceoff, what's up? There is something I'd like to talk about. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even hear you come in. I have a lot on my mind at the moment. Yeah? Go ahead. Well, I didn't want to bother you at a time like this, but I think it's important. It's about your encounter with that man who was, for lack of a better term, hunting you. Oh, him? You mean Clint? Yes, that was his name. I understand his words have been bothering you somewhat. I feel I should clarify a few things. Although he is correct about some things, his interpretation is wrong. You know more about this, Jusoff? He was talking about a force within you, an evil force. That's not entirely true. The force you possess is neutral in itself. It's the wielder of the power that determines the outcome. Are you sure about that? Please, tell me everything you know. It is a force that we elves refer to as destiny. So there's my fate again, huh? I don't like it. I don't like being told that I'm not really making my own choices, that everything's predestined. Oh, but it's not quite the way you describe it. Try not to think of it in terms of your future being laid out for you. It's actually more abstract than that. You know how a master swordsman may meet his end at the hands of an untrained mercenary, or how an apprentice of magic could defeat a skilled wizard in the right situation. They have more power, but the outcome of the fight is still not known in advance. The chances of it happening are just slim. The power of destiny is similar. It simply means that the flow of life is in your favor. I'm not sure I understand, so it's more like I just have a higher chance of accomplishing something great? That is very much what it comes down to, yes. Perhaps it influences their character, and their determination, or maybe their luck. The true workings of destiny are a mystery. But it is undeniable that the higher one's destiny, the more opportunity one will have to make a great difference in this world. There was another man once whose destiny was far above average. He was a common soldier at the time, but I could already see that his future was bright. That man was Charles Ryan. Oh. Charles Ryan? You mean the Chancellor? You knew him, Jusoff? You could say that. It was many years ago, but yes, I knew him. He was much like you. He came to our village to try to persuade us to help defend the island against Kiergaard troops who were then invading. His efforts were fruitless, but I took notice of him, and his high destiny. For a while, I helped him on his way. But why did you never tell me about that? It seems to be in our nature to fear change. Although I was curious about your future, I did not want it to influence it too much. It's the same reason I didn't stay with Ryan. Eventually, I realized it would be better for me to lead you into the right direction than to stand on the sidelines, but by then, it was already too late. I feared that by telling you at that point would break your trust in me. It was something that I believed your kind would call silly, and I apologize. You're a strange man, Jusoff. There was no need to hide this from me. If you told me earlier, we may have been able to make some use of it. Yes, well, we still can. You must know what I'm thinking. Yes, there is only one thing we can do. And we shall do it. Our new course of action is clear. We have little other choice. Kiergaard and Zelmany are both weakened, and although we have no idea exactly how strong the Almenga Empire is, they are definitely stronger than us at this point. We can't assume that they'll stop at Kiergaard. If they plan to sweep across the continents in the near future, we have no other options than to strike back as soon as possible. We have to work together with the State Army. It's our only hope. Even if they're on the verge of defeat, do you really think they'll suddenly be willing to help us? That's the thing. They've refused to surrender time and time again. They're not suddenly going to flock to our side. We can only guess about Almenga's motives, but it's obvious they've been waiting to take advantage of this war. If we continue to be at odds with Zelmany, they'll be the only ones profiting from it. That's rational, but I think you'll find that the people in charge of the State Union aren't rational at all. That's a good point. Even if they still hate us, we're a lot more forgiving than Almenga is. They've already demonstrated their methods. I want to send a message to the Chancellor. He is now the only one within Zelmany who may listen to me. It may not work, but I see no other option. It might put us at a disadvantage if Zelmany finds out about our situation, but it won't remain a secret forever. For all we know, they're already aware of it. We need to conserve our strength. I say we should at least try it. Alright, I'll make sure the message is sent. You missed out on a nest there, bro. But first, there's something more important we need to take care of. The whole Kiergaard royal family was murdered. That wasn't just to strike fear into the people and show their own power. No, there's more to it. They've ensured that not a single possible heir to the throne was left alive. That means Kiergaard no longer has a single leader. They're obviously hoping to cause infighting between survivors seeking leadership themselves. As long as there's no leader, there'll be no one to rally to. Instead of a unified resistance, we'll be left with a bunch of competing warlords. That's why we have to decide on our leader right here and right now, before anything else. We need one person to be the symbol of the fight for our homeland. Well, I wonder who that's gonna be. Moreover, we have to be unanimous about this decision. There can be no room for a power split later on. You've got a good point there. Who do you suppose the candidates are? Well, I wonder. I'm not a leader, so don't look at me. Besides, most of our forces are Kiergaardian. It'll have to be someone from Kiergaard. Definitely. I think the only possible options are the 3 remaining Legion generals, and Daniel. But as much as it might surprise you, I'm not putting myself forward for the position. Like I said, our decision has to be unanimous. I have no illusions about any of you willingly accepting my lead. I will back Daniel. He's shown his worth as commander by winning several battles that were stacked against him. And he's better than any of us at convincing people to join our side. What's more, he's the only one who has connections to both Kiergaard and Zelmany. If anyone could succeed in merging our armies, it's him. What about you, Kaiser? Do you agree with me? There's no need to ask me. I already chose to follow Colonel Vineyard when I joined the Elysium Army. Most of us did, right? I know everyone here, especially those from Zelmany, would follow no one but Colonel Vineyard. He's the only one who could knock some sense into those knuckleheads in Matrek. That goes for me as well. It has to be the Colonel. Almost everyone in favor of it. But we need a unanimous decision. If anyone is against it, they have to speak up. General Leander, what is your opinion? I imagine he'll have something to say about it. Colonel Vineyard, despite your bizarre choice of running away with General Knight recently, I can't argue with your achievements so far. You've won the trust of everyone else in this room, from General Kaiser, whom I respect greatly, to the Zelmany officers you fought against. I know my limits. I am a military commander, and no more than that. I can lead my army, but I can't be a figurehead or a diplomat. I will not say that you are my ideal choice, but we are in a situation that's far from ideal, and I am partly to blame for it. I will accept you as our leader. Well, there you go. So Leander officially joins. Good stuff. Well, that was easier than I expected. What do you say to that, Daniel? I promise I will do everything I can to live up to your expectations. That goes for all of you. Kiergaard is gone, and Zelmany has crumbled. We are the survivors of both nations who are fighting against a common enemy. From now on, there will be no division between us. We are all part of the Elysium Army. There you go. We'll spread the news among the rest of the army about our decision. I don't think there will be any serious resistance to it. And with that, you're also not a colonel anymore. From now on, you'll be General Vineyard. Good stuff. Looking at everyone here, I honestly believe we could turn the tide. This is going to be the dawn of a new age, no matter how it turns out. Let's hope we can make our dreams come true. Alright. This is a massive turning point for the game. I wonder if there's a reaction from the Chancellor yet. I should check if there's anyone in the meeting hall. Chapter 7, The Urge for Unity. I cannot hate him. While I condemn his actions, I know they were made of love. Chapter 7. Good times. Alrighty then. So let's head on out of here. Do-do-do-do-do. This looks different. Why does this look different? Do you know? If only I had never left the capital, then none of this would have happened. Chances are you probably would have just been killed, and really the same thing probably would have happened. More than likely. So what's up here? The roof! I was half expecting to find Feather up here. Alrighty then. So I guess we need to head to the meeting hall then, or is that basically what's going on? Bow, bow, doo. Uh-oh. Hey, Jovian, what's up? Good morning, General Vineyard. How are you feeling today, my lord? Quite well, soldier. Remember to fight hard for your leader. Haha, you seem to be in good spirits. Well, it looks like our trip back home will be delayed a bit. Yeah, I know, but there's nothing we can do about it. We'll just have to focus on the matters at hand first. If everything goes well, we'll end up in Levier eventually. I just hope everyone there is okay. If we can join forces with Zelmany, things won't be all that bad. We'll still stand a chance. That reminds me, has Jusoff returned yet? Indeed I have. How did it go? Have you met with Ryan? Yes, I've explained our situation to him. As expected, he was very understanding. However, it's still a difficult decision to make, and it's not something he can simply decide by himself. He asked me for some time to consider our offer. I can understand that. At least he was receptive. That's a good start. The thing is, we're already gotten a response. He wants to meet you, Daniel. I wonder if he made up his mind quickly, or he just wants to see you before deciding anything. Really? Where does he want to meet? It's obviously not going to be in Matrek. The church in Credence is what the message said. Probably as neutral a place as you could find here, and close enough to the castle that they won't try anything strange. Well, what are we waiting for then? Let's go. The church at Credence Town, right? At least it's nearby. Yeah, it's just outside. So that's what we need to do now. But I think we're going to call this a recording session. We've been recording for about an hour and a half, so I think that's good. So when we come back, we'll be heading to the church in Credence and see what happens next. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time for more Exit Fate.